So just the eye is left. Okay, now it's all in. Okay, so that should be everything. And there it goes! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more FTB NeoTech. Today, we are going to make a massive chamber to fill with pressurized air to compress a bunch of things down. And of course, this would be called a pressure chamber. So for us to actually be able to make this pressure chamber, we need to make these pressure chamber walls. Which means that if we want to get this, we're gonna need to get ourselves some of these reinforced bricks. Not the reinforced stone. I don't think reinforced stone will work. Yeah, no, reinforced stone don't work. We're gonna need to make ourselves just 8 of these reinforced bricks, and that gets us our pressure chamber walls. But we need some more of these, so it's unfortunate, and I think that's actually gonna run me... Nope, wait a minute. It's just enough. Yes, that's good. Okay, so with that, that should be the quest line in the actual book done. What's great about this is that this will give me the rest of the stuff I need. So, how do we actually build this pressure chamber? Yeah, we're already into it. I didn't expect it to take this quickly either, but here we are. So, for us to actually build this thing, it can be in one of 3 ways. 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5. I don't know how big this amount will actually allow me to make. I would say maybe a 4x4 at least. Because like 3x3, it would be like way better than that. Because like, yeah, no, there's more than that. So we could probably fill up a little bit more of an area with this. Yeah, that looks like it could be more. But it's also, like, not centered at all. I mean, once I upgrade this thing to 5x5, then it could be centered. So, I guess then we just need to make this thing go up by 4, because, like, it should be 4 from this angle. So, that should be the top? Yes, that works out just fine. I am noticing I may not have enough, so it may actually be only a 3x3. So, then what I'm going to do, then, is... I'm gonna fill this thing up the rest of the way, right back here with the blocks that I do have right now. That way we can just sort of get this going at a very slow pace, but you know what, it'll be fine. So yeah, that gives us enough for the back few walls. So then if I want to fill the rest of this up, I need to put the pressure right back here, because this thing is where we're going to input pressure from with our pressurized tubes. So I'm going to have to get that one to go up there. This one actually should be enough to give us the bar that we need. So once it goes into there, we should be good. And then we're also going to want, from these other sides, we want to put our input there, and then that's our output. And then whilst we're still in the creation, we want to go from over here, and then that should be out that way. So that way we can put stuff in from this side and then take stuff out from this side. Alrighty, I'm back with the rest of our components. So let's go ahead and... Completely missed the mark on that one. That's fine. Let's go ahead and just plop the rest of these guys right into here. It does look like I actually am missing a lot. I completely forgot about the front and the back. Okay, so I've got these 2, so I need 4 more walls. Gosh dang. Alrighty, I got the rest of the glass. So now once we put these last 4 right in, there we go. Our 4x4 pressure chamber is completed. Okay, but now that we have this thing, before we actually can hook this thing up to our pressure, there is one thing we need to install in this thing first. Because, thing about pressure is that it gets pressuring. Too much pressure and something will break. Yeah, this thing can explode. I'm just gonna cut the crap. This thing will explode if there's too much pressure. So, what do we do to avoid that? Well, that's actually the same thing we did for these things, which is to put some security upgrades in here. Only problem is that this quest didn't actually come with those like these guys' quest lines did. So we're kind of running a little bit low. So what do we do about that? Well, we make them. They're actually not that hard to make. We just need some lapis and or this upgrade matrix, which would be difficult, so it needs to be the lapis. But then we can also get this security tube model, which is just a pressure tube, some levers, and one of these things, which is more compressed iron and copper. All easy stuff to get, and I'm pretty sure I saw one of those in a quest reward, so that's fine. We do need obsidian, though. I don't have a diamond level pick yet, but that actually isn't a problem for me anymore, because there's two things that I can do to be able to get obsidian with absolute ease. This is going to be where a mechanical squeezer from integrated dynamic comes in. Not industrial foregoing was where my mind was going. But what we do is we just throw netherrack into our mechanical squeezer, and very, very slowly actually, way slower than I expected it to be, there we go. We then get ourselves a whole bucket of lava. So I'm pretty sure we can just right click this. There we go. Now we have ourselves some lava and lag. We need to turn this into obsidian. That is where the next half of this comes in, which if we go back over here to my force craft area, I have a force furnace right here. And inside this force furnace, we have ourselves a freezing core. With this and some coal of some kind, which I may end up needing to restock, we can then turn our lava into our obsidian. So now that we got the obsidian, we can just go ahead and make ourselves our safety tube node, which now gets us our security upgrade. Actually crafted this time. And then we can go ahead and then plug that in up here. And then on top of that, I believe that's where we go ahead and put our pressure tube valve. And so now, whenever this starts to exceed an area where it gets to too much, which is around 5 for this one, since this is a 4x4, once it goes past 5, that will be a problem. So this will stop at 4.9, which is good. But seeing as how just the one of these will only generate 5, it's at maximum itself, we should be okay. So now we just need to wait for this thing to actually get itself to a proper point. So what I can do in the meantime, I need to prepare chests for the recipe that we are going to be making inside of this thing. Because we actually want to make something from this. I don't want to just, make it and then say, all right, well, show's over, we did it. No, that'd be anticlimactic. I want to actually do something with this thing. So what is it that we are trying to make with this thing? It's actually very special, and it plays into a recent Stoneopolis video that I recorded, which, admittedly, I'm not entirely sure will end up being the one that comes out before this. It may end up coming out after, or maybe this one will end up coming out like way later. But it was a video I recorded before now. And it's going to involve time manipulation. That's right. We're going to be getting our temporal pouch in this video. And it's going to be awesome. So, we've got the pressure chamber ready, which is what we need to actually create this. It needs to be at 3.5 bar for this to work. So, what are the ingredients themselves that we're going to need? Force ingots and palace crystals are very easy for me to get. I actually already have the force ingots I need. Yeah, because it needs 2, so yeah, that's already ready and done. Okay. And then after that, we just need to go ahead and grab ourselves 2 lapis, take off this laser lens, and then just flick these with the laser. And there we go. Now we got ourselves the palace crystals. Now we have the tricky ones. So for the ersatz leather, this one can only be made in 3 ways. One is with a bottling machine and plant oil, which takes tough fabric, which takes a metal press, which is a whole bunch of processes. Alternatively, tough fabric, which takes industrial hemp, which I can get from growing that, and honeycombs. and I haven't found a single bee yet. The third way is to be bartered from piglins, which means it's gonna cost gold. But at the same time, piglins are annoying to deal with. I need to find a way to deal with the piglins in a way that'll be easy and efficient. And also, I need to ensure that I'll actually get enough of this, so just staying around in the nether where there's all sorts of dangers is not going to be advised. So there is going to be a better way for me to do this. I just need to find a certain quest. Because I know that in one of the quests I've done, yeah, right here, the gold amulet, it'll give me haste 2 when worn, and piglins will ignore me. So I don't actually need to sacrifice any of my armor if this works. This amulet I had right here that I had on was going to give me water breathing, but as I'm venturing to the nether, I shouldn't need to deal with that. So we got gold, and we've got our amulet. Let's go see if all the zombie piglins are not zombified piglins. Wait, I said zombie piglins. Wait. Let's go see if the piglins are not zombie piglins now. Venturing up to the nether, remember brain, there's lava pools around me the moment I spawn in, so... Hey, would you look at that, the lava pool. Okay, why is there a skeleton? Ah, why is he a wither? Okay, no. No, Skelebone. No. You stop that. Stop that. Whoa. Stop it. Die. Aha. 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 Oh, and he... Well, I don't need that, but he would have given me gold. Isn't that fun? Okay, so... Ooh. Soul Sand chickens. Right, because those guys do like to spawn around here. Okay, so I'm hearing a bunch of zombie piglins. I need a regular one. And not one of the brute ones that'll spawn over here either. Because, like... Those ones are the worst, and also over lava. So that's not going to work. So is there any normal piglins near me? There are some this way. It should be fine, right? Like, unless it's a drop, that's... Yeah. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I have a jetpack. Okay, so I can just head on down and look around for these guys down here. Ah, jetpacks are nice. Especially ever since I got the whole power. There's some right over there. Well, ever since I've gotten the whole power and had all 3 power sources hooked up at once, being able to just travel between places, it's been nice. Okay, so we got these guys. So I'm gonna shift towards you. Actually, I want to make sure I don't have my shield. Shift, right click. Oh, but he didn't like that. Ah, I kidnapped this hubby. Ah. So now what's gonna happen with this guy is he should no longer be able to turn into a zombie piglin. And provided that I get the proper trader from the Easy Piglins mod, I should be able to make things work. Yeah, the barterer. And that isn't expensive at all. Oh, I can actually get that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up a thing to get the piglins set up so that way I can get the rest of the leather. After that, I'm gonna start working on this, the Eye of Gladagor, which just takes Eye of Ender. I have that. Fermented spider eyes, I either have some more of those around the base or I can make them very easily. Magma creams I should have inside of my drill, and gas tears I can get from my drill. So all of that should be good. So I'm gonna gather up all those. By the time I'm done, hopefully the pressure chamber should be full. And then we can go ahead and make this time, and hopefully it doesn't explode. Oh, this took forever, but I finally got the gas tears. That was the longest thing that I had to deal with. I went through several of these blaze gold swords for me to be able to get these. Oh my gosh, and I finally managed to get them. I think I got 2 of them in the final generation, which kind of annoys me. I got the first gas tier after the first sword broke, and then the rest of them, I went through like 3 or 4 of them. It's been a lot, man. It was not fun. So now that I have these gas tiers, I was jumping the gun a little bit by heading on over there. We still need to craft ourselves our final crafting ingredient, which should just be our little eye right here. The Eye of Galador, which does basically nothing. It's a crafting ingredient for multiple things, but like, as far as I know, these things don't really help me very much. Like, there's a portal charm, which lets me travel through the nether portal almost instantly, but, well, I mean, that would cause lag problems, so I don't really want to do that. If I was gonna do that, I'd just throw some garbage through the portal and you get the same result, so. But I guess, now that we have these, our bars are well past where they need to be, which is good. I remember when I first used these guys before, it kind of gave me a bit of problems, so this should be good. So the X is the input, so this guy should be the input side. So if I go ahead and throw in, let's look at the recipe, the crystals, the leather, the force ingots, and our Eye of Galador. That should be everything. And it's not working. What that tells me then is this needs piping for it to work. That should then start inputting the stuff. So just the eye is left. Okay, now it's all in. Okay, so that should be everything. And there it goes! Did you all see that? Dude, I never actually saw it export. That was sick! And there we go. The temporal pouch is now ours. Oh my gosh. So now we have 12 seconds worth of time in this temporal pouch. This baby will allow us to speed up processes of things. So let me grab some more netherrack right over here. And then we put this baby in here. You all remember seeing earlier how it took forever. Like, look at that. It's just so slow. But by shift right-clicking this, it doubles in speed. Shift again, that doubles again. And we can keep going until we're at times 252, I believe, or 56. So now I'm curious about something. Do I have any redstone? Okay, yes, I do. I'm gonna try something interesting, to say the least. If this works in the way I think it does. What I need is, I need a clock, and I need myself a force torch. If I head back over to force craft, if any of these give me a force torch, it doesn't look like they do. So for us to get ourselves a force torch, we just need to go ahead and make ourselves a golden power source with just a force tree's logs. Then we just make a torch. And now we combine our torch with a clock. And that's going to use up the rest of this. And that'll get us our time torch. But what this time torch is supposed to do, I've heard that it stopped doing this before, but this is saying that it does it again. That this time torch will speed up nearby machines. So what I want to see is, which is better, the temporal pouch or the time torch? Obviously, the answer is going to be the temporal pouch. It can go up to 252 or 6, but that uses up about 2 hours of time. What I want is something that'll be a bit more consistent. So, let's go ahead, put this baby here, and then grab ourselves another netherrack. And wow, the drill is still going. Why is it that now that I don't need it, it keeps going, but like before when I really did need it, it wouldn't stop? Ugh. Okay, so if we go ahead and throw that into there. Okay. It is faster. I can confirm the time torch does work again. But I'm not sure if that's better or worse than the ×2. I think the temporal pouch is better. However, the time torch is cheaper. Because this one takes actual time. Like, time is something that takes a bit of time, you know? Whereas the time torch, you know, that doesn't take nearly as much time as this thing does. So if I got, like, a good few of these in an area where I had stuff that I need to be sped up, such as, say, a place to generate power or something like that, that would be good. So did you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last NeoTech video where we got semi-wireless power transfer. Bye-bye!